Girls are scary. I am sure this is something every gamer can agree upon. Doesn't matter if you're a 26-year-old virgin making out with your paprika body pillow, or someone who has been intimate with over 30 girls. You still fear women. Even girls are scared of girls. Just ask one if you ever leave your bedroom and actually find a girl. And if you are a girl watching this video, no you're not, but if you are, let me know in the comments what exactly scares you about other girls. In a miracle of nature, video games have been able to make girls even scarier, which before gaming most philosophers thought was impossible. Game devs gave girls knives for hands, sprayed them with blood, put them in chairs in dark rooms, made them giggle in mental hospitals. It's incredible how far technology has come to extend man's greatest fear. Not all scary girls come from horror games either. And this honorable mention before I get into the scariest female bosses, I'd like to talk about Magda. You may know her as the very, intense flower girl from Breath of the Wild. The only reason I didn't put her on the actual list is because, well, she isn't a boss. I mean, okay, she is a flowery girl boss, but she's not a gaming boss. I am pretty sure anyone who has played Breath of the Wild will agree that she may be the scariest person in any of the Zelda games. If you step on her flowers, she charges at you screaming before beating you and knocking you out. So please, whatever you do, never step on any flowers. Because if you do, Magda will come for you wherever you may be. You are never safe. While also not technically a boss, I'm including this one in the honorable mentions because, well, this game may be one of, if not the scariest games I've ever played. Dolores from Visage made me audibly scream for the first time when I saw her sneaking around in the shadows. Her story is tragic though, going from a happy, loving wife and mother to becoming overwhelmed with her descent into mental illness. She ended up murdering her own husband due to her bipolar and violent paranoia before hanging herself in front of her own baby. I know neither of those girls are bosses, and this video is titled Scary Female Bosses, but I included them because, well, they are terrifying. So I hope you all can give me a little bit of a pass and don't let that small detail cause you to write angrily in the comment sections about how washed I am. Resident Evil has so many scary and unique female bosses, we could almost make an entire video out of just them. I know a lot of you all are gonna think I'm putting Lady Dimitrescu on this list, but you are wrong. And I know I'm about to get flamed in the comments, but personally, I think she's overrated. I was kind of tired of hearing about her even before Resident Evil 8 came out. No, the scariest female is by far Evelyn. A genetically engineered bioweapon made to look like a 10-year-old girl, Evelyn is pure horror. The very fact that she was made to mind control people so wars would end is scary enough. Especially if you're a defense contractor, like you're about to lose so much in stocks options. And I'm sure she was made with good intentions, but when a hurricane destroyed the ship she was being carried on, she lost all restraint and morality, developing this deep-seated desire to have a family and to be loved, even if she had to make it happen by force. Just seeing how loving and kind the Baker family was before Evelyn showed up is enough to make anyone's skin crawl. While other Resident Evil monsters may be scarier physically, none of them compare to the implications of what Evelyn can do. Even after she was killed in Resident Evil 7, she wasn't dead, as seen in Resident Evil 8. Her physical form was killed at the end of 7. The mold was then destroyed by Ethan blowing up the village in 8, and yet she was still around to mess with Rose in one of 8's DLCs. We never get a definitive answer on if she is dead or alive, after the DLC. She may still be out there, looking to make a new family. Love makes people do crazy things. I know at least one person watching this video has wondered what someone's hair smells like, which is weird. Don't go around sniffing people's hair. Hopefully though, no one has ever loved, and I'm doing some very heavy lifting here with some quotes around the word love, so much that they sought out a strange shaman, stole dirt from a gravesite, and made clay dolls to magically force someone to be obsessed with you. I doubt there's a single person who can honestly say they haven't at one point in time wanted someone else's boyfriend and girlfriend. But hopefully, you didn't try and murder them with doll curses in order to have their partner all to yourself. You just seduced their partner, like a normal person. Like, to be honest, I just feel like doll curses and stuff is just not a very nice thing to do to someone. Well, that's what Belle in Home Sweet Home did. It was worse though. She accidentally bound an evil spirit to the boy she loved, which made him break down mentally, and not only spend less time with his girlfriend, but also his friends and family, and eventually the spirit inside him was in so much pain he hung himself. And what Belle did to his girlfriend was insanely evil. She cursed the girlfriend to have nails in her stomach and vomit blood. But since Belle was an amateur curse maker, she accidentally bound the curse to herself, so when the girlfriend cleansed herself, the curse backfired on Belle, making her die from blood nail vomit. In the game, she appears as a bloody spirit that stalks you with a box cutter. While she wouldn't be allowed on airplanes after 9/11, she was able to meander around this abandoned school, which to me is fairly unrealistic since guns are more appropriate for schools, at least here in America. Cults are always scary, whether they are religious or political. You can never reason with a cult member, and chances are they aren't smart enough to understand what they support. Most cults may be relatively harmless, with a leader who just wants to stick his rod of God in a bunch of men's wives. Harmful cults are more on the line of killing babies, taking over a town, and sending a hillbilly woman with a rusty pickaxe after you. Marta from the game Outlast 2 is that such hillbilly woman. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you all. This is one of the only horror games I stopped playing early on, and it wasn't the pile of dead babies. I just don't like sex violence, and well, this game has a lot of it. So I never got to meet Marta as I turned the game off after I got to like the first building after the pile of dead babies. But after watching many videos about her, she is terrifying. What's even crazier is she never wanted to kill anyone. She was hesitant about being a murderer when she joined the temple cult. But like all good preachers, the leader said she'd be sinning if she didn't start mass murdering other sinners. And no one wants to be a sinner. It's pretty much the worst thing you could do in life according to 90% of the people I grew up around. Babies are terrifying. Have you seen a baby just laying there like a slug lump, pooping and crying? It's scary. Circuses are also pretty darn terrifying. Like, why do we even go to them? Now combine a baby with a circus and you have Circus Baby from Five Nights at Freddy's. Probably one of the top 65 scariest possibilities. As with all Freddy animatronics, Circus Baby is the ghost of a dead girl murdered. But not just any girl though. She was the daughter of William Afton, the guy who literally created the whole mess why all the games exist. Circus Baby might be very childlike and really just kind of wants to play games. And her favorite game is murder. She lulls you in with this innocent childlike demeanor, then bam, your face is gone. She's just as messed up as her father, maybe even more so because she likes ice cream. Ice cream enjoyers are usually the most trustworthy of people. There are some that may argue that it's not her fault that she's so murder hungry, that it was because she was isolated and tortured in a basement. But I'd argue there's plenty of people who get locked in basements that don't murder. And unless you're named Ed Gaines, I doubt you'd be so mentally disturbed you'd go around wearing a literal skin suit until the skin rotted off of you. So to be on the safe side, we should probably just stay away from all babies and all big top tents. There's nothing sadder than when a beautiful woman dies. Maybe if that beautiful woman had long black hair and steel blue eyes. And that's exactly who Laura Victorino was. Before her death, she was a loving sister to her brother and just wanted to protect him. But when some villagers upset her family, burned their barn with the 2 siblings inside, it changed things forever. She was able to save her brother and get him out in time, but tragically she was left to die in the barn. Her brother's mental health became degraded, and he went on to make a whole neural net where he could see his sister from his memories. Unfortunately, inside this neural net, she became a hideous monster that was basically a spider that had her head on it. Luckily, she was stopped before her brother could bring her out into the real world. Of all the women in this video, I think this one is the saddest. I won't even be making any jokes during this part. I'll be honest, I never played the fear games, but after researching Alma, she has to be the saddest, scariest female boss in any gaming. Her father gave her to an underground corporation to do experiments on when she was only 3 years old due to her intense psychic powers. The experiments hurt her so much that she started purposefully failing them by the age of 5 because she was hoping they would let her go and she could go home. When she was 8, they put her in a coma because she kept attacking all the people who experimented on her. They locked her deep underground in a vault, hoping to control her powers. Then, they forcefully impregnated her twice. Once when she was 15, and again when she was 16. When she was 26, she merged her mind to one of her sons and started attacking the facility where she was held. The scientists decided to pull her life support plug, leaving her to die in the vault that they had been keeping her in since she was 8. It's like, what, 18 years of being in a coma? That is enough to leave anyone scarred and a little pissed off. While her body may have died, her psychic power kept her consciousness alive for over 20 years. Those that even came near her corpse would start seeing visions and becoming sick. And by close, I mean they had to evacuate an entire section of the city near where she was buried underground. When the player starts exploring the facility where she is, Alma starts appearing and taking over the minds of the people who enter. What makes it even scarier is you're never sure if she's really there or she's just kind of visions in your mind. And if 2 underage pregnancies weren't enough, Alma decides to tie a man to a chair and, how do I say this pleasantly, ghostly grind on him while he's hallucinating in order to become pregnant again. I mean, I guess you know what they say, hurt people hurt people. I think everyone can agree if you see a woman, you should probably run. This goes for real life and video games. Chances are it's some dude sitting at his milk-stained desk pretending to be a girl online, or it's a real girl and they want to harvest your organs. If you know any scary girls that I left out, be them ones you know in real life or in game, please let me know in the comments. I'd enjoy reading about them. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and hit that subscribe button. And if you're looking for other gamers to talk to, come join my Discord community.